going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's Dad here, and what's your name? And we're making dinner. So tonight we are going to make homemade hamburger helper. It's simple, it's easy, it's homemade hamburger helper. Okay, so just follow along. I got you. It's going to bring you back to the 90s. So we have my little chop suey thing. If you don't have one of these, it's fine. We know how to chop by hand. So I got my peppers. I got an orange, and I got a what color? We got a red. We got orange and a red pepper. Sweet. So I'm gonna cut about an inch down. Try to get around that membrane, and then about an inch on the bottom side. Bam. So now we have the heart. We have the membrane there. Yep, we cut the booty butt. Bam. There's a few seeds in there, but it's fine. We got our red pepper. I'm just going to dice it into little squares, make it a little bit easier. So an inch down on my red pepper. So the cool thing that I like about this, I got this a while back. I'm going to lay it down so the skin's on the top. We can just sit there and go, hit it. Go. So now you look, we got a bunch of good little peppers. You mix them all up, and they're all pretty much the same square, okay? So now we got those chopped up. We got one more ingredient I want to make sure we add in. We got an onion. I'm going to shred that skin, the excess layer. I'm only going to be using a quarter of the onion. Yep, not too much.
Ready?
All right, so see, we have all those little perfect squares all mixed. We're going to pour in our stainless steel a little bit of avocado oil. Not too much. Yep, just a little. So now I'm going to take my onions and my peppers.
Now I'm going to dump it in.
Yep, we're going to dump it in. So what I need you to do, I need you to get a big bucket. It can be a pot. We're going to fill that pot with water. Filling pot with said water. I'm going to crank that on some high heat. So I only have a little bit of time until they're back from dance. So I want to make sure dinner's ready for when they walk in the door. So we're going to saute these on up. So we're just going to stir these up, make sure they get nice and mixed in. A little bit of everything. And then we're not going to focus too much on that. In this pot here, we already know what's going to go in there. Burger meat. Duh. Sometimes you forget to set some meat out. And you get home and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to set something out. So what I did when I got home was I went ahead and put it in hot water. With this Helix clad, it's not going to take long to cook my meat. It was almost unthawed. I mean, it's still a little froze, but not too much. And I only had it in the water for about 30 minutes. So I was like, oh, I need to stop and get hamburger meat because it's setting out. No. I'm trying not to spend any more money at the grocery store until later next week. I have more than enough to get by. We're just going to chop that up nice and smoothly. My peppers and onions, I'm going to add a little bit of this Morton's all-purpose seasoning. And I'm adding a little pepper. He has found a new obsession here lately with Darth Vader. In my big pot, I'm going to put some salt on that hamburger meat. All-purpose seasoning. Or natural seasoning, whatever. A little bit of that garlic. Season how you want it. Normally it's about a tablespoon to a half, normally it's a teaspoon to a half a teaspoon. But it's whatever your preference is. A little bit of that Italian seasoning. And then a little bit of chili powder. Start to see the steam rising off our veggies. Now, your take on hamburger helper could be anything. You don't have to use the veggies, the peppers, or the onion. It's good just as it is with the meat and noodles. Traditionally, but this is how, when I was growing up, my grandma, she would make it. We'd beg her when we'd go visit to make hamburger helper. And instead, get the hamburger helper in the box, the red box, what we're talking about with the glove. And she would end up making it instead. And at first we're like, oh, we don't want that, but we did. Now I'm using 80-20 hamburger meat, so if you want to strain some of that grease, you can. It's up to you. Now I'm going to add in about 2.5 cups of beef broth. One cup. 2 cups. And a half. We're going to add another 1/2 cup of milk into this. Get a little creamy texture to it. Look at you, handsome.
I want to have soda.
We're going to do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. This is what I had in the fridge. I don't know where it came from. I'm thinking my wife bought it.
Whoa.
So,
Smell that.
I smell it. 1,
2,
and 2. Splash a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there. So these are done. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape a little bit of these in. Not too many, just because we got some picky eaters. I got some rotoni noodles. That's what we're going to be using tonight. You can use traditional elbow noodles, but it's really whatever you have to use for this. And this is just something simple, y'all, and it's something good. Now, I got some cheddar cheese. 1, 2. Add the rest of the bag, why not? This ain't gonna take long. That's why it's one of the great family meals to come home and easily cook. And y'all, this is easy. You can make it however you want. You can make it as simple as just cooking your meat. And if you don't want to use beef broth, you can use water and throw in a little bit of milk, and it will work just as good. If you don't want to use beef broth or whatever else, or you can just make it simple and easy. And that's what I'm here about tonight. I got home and they were getting ready to leave to go to dance. So I was like, oh, I'm here. Me and Axe, we're going to go cook.
Yeah, and hanging out together.
Yep. And that's the other thing. It's a fun activity to be in the kitchen and cook with my little buddy. So what I'm going to do, I got a ladle here with pasta water. I'm going to mix it in. I have partially cooked my noodles in water, and I'm going to finish them off in our sauce, or whatever you want to call this. Bolognese, I don't know.
Let's call it Monday. Hey, how about we call it Monday?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to finish my noodles off in this, because it's going to make those noodles build that flavor up. Throw a little bit of cottage cheese. Throw the kitchen sink in there. You like it? Why are you making that face? Voila. Oh, it's heavy. Look at that. Yo, it is actually pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. It's wrapped up perfectly. what I did with those noodles is I started them in the pasta water and then I finished them in our sauce we did. And that really absorbed it. He's actually eating it, so it's a win. That's a win in our book if he's actually eating it. So, y'all, it's simple, it's easy. Can't stress that. It's an easy recipe. It's noodles and hamburger. If you don't have beef broth or chicken broth, you can use 2 cups of water and then, or 2.5 cups of water, and then use half a cup of milk. You don't even have to use milk if you ain't got it. You can use flour as a binder. If you have heavy cream, you can use heavy cream. There's so many different variations. I'm gonna have this recipe in the description below, with obviously the peppers and the onions optional here. But y'all, I thank y'all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you comment below if you love Hamburger Helper or remember growing up eating this. Hit the bell notification if you're subscribed. That way you get notified when I post videos. All of that's free stuff. It helps me. I enjoy seeing those comments and likes and everything else, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!